I think everybody can agree one of the best parts of Easter are those Reese's eggs. Am I right? They are just out of this world delicious. But guess what? I'm skipping the grocery store this year and I'm making them at my house, and you can do it too. What is up, you guys? It's Carly here, and you are officially cooking with Carly. Right here, we have all of the ingredients needed to make Reese's Peanut Butter Eggs. Let's go over these ingredients. First, we have just plain butter. This is salted butter. That's what I generally keep on hand. We have some chopped peanuts, and I use my blender to chop these up extremely fine. It's almost like a powder, almost. We have some vanilla. I love the depth that the vanilla gives to the inside of the peanut butter. We have a little bit of salt. We're just going to use a pinch. We've got our peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter is all you need. Chocolate chips, and this is just a little bit of vegetable shortening. And the vegetable shortening actually makes those chocolate chips harden faster, and so you don't have to wait as long to eat them. Happy day. Okay, so let's get going. We're going to first toss in the butter, and I'm using a stand mixer. Do you have to use a stand mixer? No, you can use an electric hand mixer, or you could actually probably just do this with a good old-fashioned spoon. You may need to knead in the last little bit of the powdered sugar though, because it does get pretty thick. So in goes the butter. Next, we're going to measure out our peanut butter. And I didn't pre-measure this because I am so excited to show you my favorite peanut butter measuring trick ever in the whole world. So what I always do is spray my measuring cup with some non-stick spray, and the peanut butter will literally just slide right out, and it's not this big sticky mess. You can do this with honey, you can do it with shortening, anything like that that usually sticks. We're looking for 1 cup of peanut butter. And then in the peanut butter goes to our bowl. And watch, just plop. And look, it's all clean. Isn't that fantastic? Favorite trick ever. Next, we will add in the chopped peanuts. And then our powdered sugar. We're doing 2 cups of powdered sugar here. I've got my half cup measuring cup here because I just used my cup on the peanut butter. So we'll do 4 half cups. Here goes our vanilla, about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on what you like. And we're just doing a little pinch of salt here. And then we're going to mix this all together. So put on our paddle attachment here, put it down, let's let it rip. Do you want to come up close? We're just going to let this mix until most of the powdered sugar is contained. Then we can turn up the speed to make sure everything is mixed thoroughly, extremely well. Texture should be thick enough that you can, put it into a ball like this, but it's not sticking to your hands. If you don't have a mixer, I would suggest, mixing in as much of that powdered sugar as you can, adding it like, I don't know, a half of a cup at a time. And then once it's too hard to stir by hand, then put it out onto your counter and knead in the rest of that powdered sugar until you can get it the correct consistency. So what we're going to do now is gather up all the dough that's inside of our mixer, put it on our parchment paper, and then we're going to use our rolling pin to roll it out. Look at this cute little egg cookie cutter. I bought mine on Amazon for like $3, but you do want a little one. I think this is like 2.5 inches long. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way. We're going to roll until it's, I don't know, half an inch thick. I'm just gonna dust it with this like you would with bread flour, or with bread. You dust it with flour. Just dust it with a little bit of powdered sugar so that it doesn't stick as much. Works like a charm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. Okay, we've got that rolled out. So now we're going to use our cookie cutter and just cut our eggs out. And just like sugar cookies, once you cut all the eggs out that you can, definitely gather up those scraps, roll it out again, get as many eggs as you can out of there. Now, if you don't have an egg cookie cutter, you can definitely still make these. You can just roll them into a ball and then shape them into an egg. So here we've got the inside of our Reese's egg. So now we need to start melting the chocolate. And can I tell you, I have a revolutionary way to melt chocolate. If you are a proud owner of an Instant Pot, you can also melt chocolate the same way. I'm going to clear my space really fast and I will show you how to melt your chocolate using your Instant Pot. Right here, I've got my little baby 3-quart Instant Pot, but you can use this method of melting chocolate with the 3-quart, 6-quart, 8-quart. Hey, you could even use your 10-quart if you had a big enough bowl. You'll want a glass bowl or a stainless steel bowl will work also. The thing you need to look for when selecting your bowl that you'll be using is that you want it to sit in the Instant Pot just like this. You want a little bit of a lip here. You don't want it to be flush with the sides down here. You want it to have a little bit of wiggle room and space. I'm gonna head back and get just a little bit of water. You don't need to measure, you want about a cup. You just need a good layer of water on the bottom of your Instant Pot liner here. So we've got our water in the liner here, and we're just going to place the bowl right on top. And we are going to turn this on, but I don't have the plug. Hold on. Okay, we're going to turn it on, and we just want to hit the saute button. Yours might be located somewhere else. Just look for a button that says saute. We're going to hit that saute button, and I'm going to continue clicking it. If you can see up here, it goes from less to normal to more. We want it on normal. So that's in the middle of the heat range here. If you do it on less, it won't get very hot. If you do it on more, you will be rapidly boiling. Now we're going to take our chocolate chips. I've just got milk chocolate chips here. You can use semi-sweet, you can use dark, you can use white. Whatever chocolate chips you have on hand, or if you have like fancy dipping chocolate, go ahead and use that too. And we're just going to pour it right directly into this bowl. And we're adding in a little bit of vegetable shortening. That will help the chocolate chips harden back up after they've been melted. So now all we have to do here is wait for this water to start boiling as we stir the chocolate, and once it starts boiling, the chocolate chips will melt so fast. Once all of this is melted, we can hit that keep warm button, which is right there on mine, to keep the chocolate melted for as long as we need. So I'm just gonna sit here and stir. Probably will take about 5 minutes is all, and we will be good to go, ready for some chocolate dipping action. Voila, we have gorgeous melted chocolate. Okay, now I'm going to hit cancel and then the keep warm button. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, give me a big old thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and also that red notification bell so you... It's not red. Dang it! If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, give me a big old thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that too and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I publish new content. Make sure to comment down below. I'm actually really curious what you dip in chocolate. Okay, so here we have our Reese's eggs. I'm going to grab 2 forks and we're just going to kind of roll the Reese's eggs in the chocolate. We're going to scrape it on the side and plop it back over here on our parchment paper for it to dry. You want to make sure that you're either setting them on parchment paper, wax paper, or one of those silicone baking mats so the chocolate doesn't stick. So here we go. Let's start dipping. I'm just going to toss this in and we're going to roll it. Now, to make this chocolate harden faster, I'm just gonna toss them in the fridge real quick. Okay, now that we are done dipping, our chocolate is just about empty. There's one last thing we need to do. We need to remove this bowl before it cools down so the bowl doesn't get stuck, okay? So I'm going to grab just a rag to help me remove this bowl because the bottom of it will be hot. So we'll just remove it just like that. Now, if you forget and you press cancel, everything cools down and you can't get your glass bowl out, all you need to do is press saute again. And once the water starts boiling underneath there, this steam will loosen up that bowl and it will pop right out for you. I'm gonna go grab those eggs out of the fridge and plate them up. And here we go, plated up are a few of those cute Reese's eggs for Easter. My family absolutely loves these. The inside is the perfect mix of sweet and salty, and that texture is just right. My family loves them. You are going to love them too.